Good morning. Also, happy Saturday. Happy New Year. We've gone a long time since the last video. It's been a few years actually. So if you're seeing this video, welcome back. If it's the first time that you're seeing me here on YouTube, sup, I'm Desi. I don't know, I just wanted to come on here real quick and actually before I do that, let's go ahead and start eating and we can like chit chat a bit as we eat. So ordered breakfast today, not me, the boo, and he ended up falling asleep because he works the graveyard shift. So I got a wrap with eggs, peppers, onions. I think I got turkey sausage and avocado and American cheese. And that's what that looks like. I took a bite because I wanted to taste it without any condiments first to see if I would need condiments. It's good, but I think some hot sauce and ketchup would be good with it. And I have some coffee. I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I need a pick-me-up. Last night I went to sleep a little late. Was out, and I was also doing some stuff. So let me see. Let's do some chula sauce, or it's Cholula, but we call it chula sauce. So let me put this first. Further. Oh, this has potatoes too. I forgot about that. So where have I been? Life be lifing. For lack of better words. I don't know. If I'm gonna be completely transparent, I remember at the beginning of when I even considered the channel, and I think I mentioned this in my second video, or both, that I wanted to be completely transparent. Not like going like telling my business or anything like that, but you know, giving you guys some updates on like my health journey and stuff like that, but also not making it so that YouTube felt like an obligation, just something I did on the side for fun. Because I personally enjoy watching these videos, and I personally enjoy like listening to the content creators, you know, give updates on their life, especially if they're like going on a life-changing journey, and you can see like the before and after as you gradually like watch their videos. So it's kind of where I was at with it, and I think I was posting like a video or two a week, but I realized it started to kind of like take over my whole thought process, and it started to become a job, and it started to just get too much. Like I started to get too much into my head about it, and I started to kind of, and I get it, like that's the process of creating. It's kind of like you're gonna have these things like, oh, I have this idea and I have that idea, but in my mind it was like, I hope you guys can hear me. Thanks. Also, let me know what you guys think about the content. I think this is a better setup. The office upstairs, the desk is just too close. I feel like you can't really see like my plate. I like this better, whereas the angle was just very strange when I watch back on the videos. Please hold. I need to take a bite of this while it's still warm. That's my finger. I lost you. I think this might be better. I had it leaning against the bag. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on in my house during the time of recording, when I did record, because I had a lot of renovations going on, and it was literally in the entire living space. Like the main level of the house was getting completely renovated, so there was a lot of like banging. So I had to go upstairs because it was just a mess. So it was just a lot going on. We're in a much better position now, house-wise. A lot of stuff needs to be done still. I think that's just the way it is with having a house. You have a lot of like renovations, things that you're trying to like upkeep with, or continue to upkeep on. This coffee's fire, and I'm not even a coffee drinker, but so the journey with being healthy, it's been consistent in making sure I don't get too, like, not to say I don't stumble and fall. I'm still a little chunk monster, wanting to lose some weight here and there, but consistency was where I needed to be, just in the healthy department, just eating better, proportioning food, implementing more fruits and veggies and stuff like that. And that has definitely been a plus. Do I get off the healthy route a bit and kind of overindulge sometimes in maybe some fast food or sweets? Because I think I did mention that in the first videos, that's literally my kryptonite. Sweets, pastries, baked goods, like that sweetness. That's my downfall. So I think it's definitely been an ongoing journey. I haven't completely like slipped, tumbled, fell, and ended up in oblivion. I've been on it, been better. I have lost weight. I don't like putting numbers out there. I think when you start to put exact data, people have an opinion, and then that's not what I need. I have my own focal points, and I have that relationship with my doctor that we discuss these things and what's healthy for me and my body and my situation. So that's all I care about. But yeah, it's not a perfect journey. I feel like when you are going from this young adult, well, when you go from the teenage stage where your metabolism is super fast and burning everything that you eat, and you're basically not gaining weight. At least it wasn't for me. That's just how my body type was. I was super skinny. Was able to. I give you a little bit of a perspective here. I was 18 years old, able to eat a Big Mac meal, large fries, and that's when Big Macs were bigger. Now I feel like they've downsized. I don't even eat McDonald's anymore. I haven't in like, I think almost 10 years. I do eat like their baked stuff, like the apple pies and stuff, but I don't go in and ask for like burgers and fries. I haven't eaten that in 10 years. But I would eat a Big Mac meal, large fries, 10-piece chicken nuggets with an apple pie on the side. Overeating? Absolutely. But it's what I was comfortable with. I actually never, like, when I ate all of that is when I felt full. And at the time, no one was there to tell me, like, you're not supposed to eat when you're full. You're supposed to eat when you're content. So it was just kind of like, oh, if I still have space, I'm just going to continue eating. Milo. Sorry, my cat. So, yeah. Some ketchup. This is the Heinz sugar, or no sugar added ketchup. So that's how I went into eating, assuming my body type was just gonna be that way. Because my mom is 5'1", 5 feet, curvy woman. But father, my father's side of the family, women, and the men are a little bit heavier, but the women, they're very slender women. So we assumed that that was the body type that I was going to end up with, just a very slender shape. Food that, like, gaining weight would have been difficult if I had come out like the women on that side, because they did have difficulty with putting on weight. But I ended up in the middle. I ended up more so like my mom's side, and definitely stuck. But yeah, so you go from that to a young adult where the weight starts to stick because your metabolism is slowing down and your body is also changing. So certain foods where they didn't affect you as a teenager, they're now affecting your body differently. Like, you can tend to develop allergic reactions to food. I suffer from eczema, and at one point had both eczema and psoriasis, and food can cause outbreaks. That's what was told to me. If you eat certain foods, and especially if you drink lots of water, that helps to not cause as much of an outbreak, because, water helps to hydrate the skin. That's very necessary. And at one point I was not getting the right amount of water into my system, so my skin was flared up, boy. It was your girl was having a lot of trouble with her eczema at that time, at young adult adulty, not like later on in life. And then I started like taking things way more serious, not being as careless, because I think that's another thing. I heard this as a youngster and I was just kind of like, I don't know about that, but I'm living proof of it. Like, when you hit your 30s is when you have more of an open eye to self-care. And I think that was during my era. Like, it's not to say like you weren't taking a shower and stuff like that, but it was more so like you're learning more about what product, like you're taking more time to acknowledge what products are good for you and not something that's labeled as good but really isn't. And that's kind of what I was learning. So I'm sorry, this is just like in my hand. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the background noise. I have a sensor, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically like a heating and air conditioner combined. It's cold here on the East Coast today, and it's really gloomy because it's supposed to rain all day into tomorrow. So I put it on, so if you guys hear that, like consistent, like almost like a fan, that's what that is. Hopefully when I run this back, it's not too loud. I think I'm gonna save this one for later. It's a pretty big burrito, but I did want to come on here and just kind of chit chat a bit and give somewhat of an update. For those that watch my videos and follow, thank you. I like to post more if time permits, because I am busy. Like, I started a new position at my job. I still work from home, but I started a new position and we're a lot busier. Just a lot going on. We had some changes happen, which I'm happy about, but it does take up time. So yeah, but things are going well. The health journey, like I said, it's not perfect, so I have my ups and downs, but we're human. Like, I think the best thing that you can do for yourself and for your mental health is to give yourself grace, knowing that you're not perfect. Like, we have our vices, and for me, like, it's sweets and stuff like that. So it's just about, like, perfect example, last night It was, I want to say, 9 o'clock at night. And that's the worst time to eat anything. Like, fruit is not too bad, but you still don't want to eat anything heavy because if you're going to bed soon, your body doesn't have the time to digest it before bed. So you wake up, at least I do, feeling very bloated and just not great. So last night, which is when I usually get my little munchy cravings, I have Oreos in my cabinet. They're not bad. Like, they're not, I've had those Oreos for like 2 weeks now. Had I been the me from a couple years ago, it would have been gone within the first week, less than a week. But I go based off of serving size now, which is 3 cookies, and even that can sometimes be a lot. Like last night, I wanted to have 3, but I was like, you know what, I don't need 3. It's very late. I just need something sweet to kind of like fulfill that craving that I'm getting. And I ate one. And I was like, we're cool, we're chill. And that's kind of how I talk to myself. Like, I give myself grace. Like, you don't have to bash yourself for eating what you want to eat. Just kind of pay attention to like what's a healthy serving size. If you've had a ton of bread throughout the day, maybe find somewhat of a substitute, you know what I mean? But work it out with yourself so that you can get what you want and not feel so deprived. My issue is I felt too deprived, so I end up all the way left and overindulging because I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm in prison, like not eating what I want to eat and stuff like that. But we learning, we growing, we're thriving. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Just be kind to yourself because, listen, it's the only way you can progress. Give yourself grace, be kind to yourself, and understand that we are human. We make mistakes. It's how you come back from those mistakes that really matter. But that's it for today. I'm gonna finish up with my coffee. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'm not sure when the next video is going to be, but I did want to come up here and say, be kind. There's so much chaos going on in the world. Whatever may be going on in your part of the world, in your home, whatever it is that you're dealing with, give yourself grace, be kind to yourself, take a couple seconds to woosah, and just kind of like really think about, try to take 5 seconds. There's a 5-5-5 rule. I think they said if it doesn't matter in 5 seconds, like think about what it is that you're about to say or do. Think about how it would feel 5 seconds from that moment, I think it's 5 months from that moment, and then 5 years from that moment. Obviously, if you're going to do something that's going to cause you to catch a case, maybe think about it again and avoid doing whatever it is that you're thinking about doing. But yeah, just take it easy, deep breaths. This too shall pass, and I will catch you guys hopefully soon. I'd like to say soon, maybe next weekend. I like this setup, so yeah, maybe this weekend, this coming weekend coming up, or maybe again, maybe tomorrow, who knows. But I'll talk to you guys soon. It was really good seeing you guys.